Hi, Joanna.
Good morning, Mickey. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Where do you practice from at home? What's your space that you like? Where are you?
I move around. In the morning, when I'm the only one up, I do it downstairs in our living room.
Very good.
And then in the afternoon, I go hide away in bedroom or my study or wherever I can.
Nice. Good. Have you been doing a lot of online classes?
Yeah, try to do 2 or 3 a week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
Karina's
awesome.
a couple days ago, and then I try to stick to the inner strength crew, but
yeah.
sometimes venture out to Baltimore, Houston.
Yes, I know we have Houston in the house this morning, and well, it's Carol and Stacy. Great. I see some of our Watertown crew. That's awesome. Hello, good morning. Okay, just a moment and we'll begin. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll just start shortly.
Where are you in? Where are you, by the way?
I am in Watertown, Massachusetts.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm usually in Cambridge, but today I'm down in Marshfield.
Oh, very good. To go to the beach, I presume.
Yeah. And it's funny because I never know where the teachers are from, because I can have somebody from San Francisco or LA, Baltimore, or whatever. So it's kind of neat.
It is neat. There have been some really interesting different places where people have been logging in from. Last week I don't know if anyone tried to log in last Saturday, but apparently there were issues with Mind Body and connecting to this class. So I had a woman logging in from her in-laws lake house somewhere in the Maryland area. And she spoke up and said, I had trouble getting in, and she showed me her beautiful home and her mom, her and her mother-in-law outside practicing. But so we're here today, luckily.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Pembroke, actually. So another.
So you know the area well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, great. Well, let's begin. It's time. So thank you everyone so much for being here. This is an all levels class. So we take what we need, and it's really as simple as that. So my name's Joanna. Let's find child's pose. So the pose of the child, forehead on the mat, knees wide, big toes together to touch, and then you'll sink your seat back towards your heels. And then just allow your body to begin to release. A really nice way to soften the body, I'm finding lately, is to find that spot right between the eyebrows and imagine that softening. It has this effect to where it's able to soften the entire body as a result. If we start the face, often the face, we hold tension there. We're not even aware. And that could be the mouth as well, the neck, the shoulders. And in child's pose, we'll take about 5 rounds of breath. And what I'd love you to concentrate on is the breath being big and full. Not so much the pose, you're stretching your lower back, your hips, but following the breath in and out. That's the main objective for right now. And about 2 more rounds here. Full breath in. Full breath out, forehead on the earth. In fact, if you'd like to rock your forehead side to side, you can get that nice forehead massage all the way over to the temples. Move into breath. And send a little love to the lower back, the hips on this final exhale. And then on the inhale, let's come up to tabletop all fours. We'll move through some cow and cat poses. So cow, we drop the belly, we lift the heart and the gaze. And then cat, we round, press the earth away, shoulder blades lifting, drop the head so much so you feel all the vertebrae in the neck release, just heavy head. Then come back into your cow on an inhale. and cat on an exhale. Do that a couple more times, and you could stay for the exhale and hold and really get a nice, beautiful stretch to the back. You can stay on the inhale and broaden and open the throat. But anything additional, wagging the hips, moving the arms around, bending the shoulders, bending the elbows. Feel free to take what you need. One more round, a full inhale. And a deep exhale, pressing the mat away. Now, as you come back to neutral spine, we're going to tuck the toes under, and then we're going to hover our knees up off the earth, like half an inch. And then the tendency is going to be to kind of drop into the chest. So you're going to really press the arms so they're straight, press the palms down, and feel the upper back ignite. Feel the lower belly ignite to keep your knees hovering, and then lift them a little bit higher. It helps to also gaze past the front of your mat. You're not dropping the head. Lift the knees a little bit more, and then up and back, downward facing dog. You might have to widen the space or lengthen the space between your hands and your feet. So set that up, move around. Probably the first down dog of the morning, though I did see a couple of you doing a down dog while we were chatting. So either way, hands are at least shoulders width distance, and sometimes the hands turn out a little bit to the left or right. They're reacting to the elbow. And the way the elbow, the arm sort of angles out as a result of the elbow. So if you feel like you need more space to then turn the inner elbows forward, you're having a hard time doing that, maybe take your hands a little wider. And then gazing back at your feet, spread the toes, lift them up off the mat as the heels drop back. Full breath in, full breath out. Down dog, stretching so much of the body and beginning to get us into the core as it draws in towards the spine. The tail can lift a little higher, the chest can soften a little bit more. Full inhale, full exhale. When you're ready, you've walked out your down dog, or you've gotten a nice few rounds of breath in, then you'll press off the balls of your feet to high plank. So we'll come out to that long line, gazing past the front of our mats. And we're going to do this a lot with the hands, where we feel this pushing away, pushing down to lift up, but also as though we could draw the mat towards us, a little gripping motion. So that firm foundation through the hands. Bring your attention to your heels. Make sure they're gravitating towards each other. Full breath in, and then up and back, downward facing dog. Walk it out, reset, side away. One more time, glide out to high plank, gazing past the front of your mat. So the back of the neck is long, and we're gonna hold here for 10, 9, 8. If you have to put your knees down, no worries. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. Another big breath in. The exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Fill it up and let it go. Walk the feet together to touch behind you. Take the right leg up and back. So press the back heel, the right heel back behind you, and find your big toe on that right foot. Press that back behind you as well. And you'll get a little bend probably in that left knee. And you'll feel as if I had my hand wrapped around your ankle of your lifted leg. I'm walking it back behind me. Take another big breath in, and then bend that right knee, peel open your hip. We'll just stay here for a few breaths to roll the ankle. You can take big hip circles, whatever you need. Full inhale, full exhale. And usually we practice Ujjayi in our practice at some point, but usually at the beginning of class, we're just opening up the body and responding to stiffness and Sometimes the breath is more concentrated on that exhale, that sighing away, warming up the breath. Don't worry if Ujjayi takes a little longer. You'll inhale, straighten the right leg, gaze forward, right knee to nose. Draw it in and up as close as you can get it. Round the upper back, and then step your right foot to your right hand, low lunge. Deep breath in, and sigh it away. Low lunge for another big breath in. And then simple twist on the breath out. So left hand is down, right arm high. Don't worry if the back leg is not completely straight. Again, still warming up the body. Prioritizing the breath. As you're gazing up, just drop the chin a little towards your chest. So lengthen out the back of the neck. Take one more full inhale. And then exhale, hands come to the earth. We're gonna walk this to a straddle leg split. So I'll walk my hands towards the left to begin, and then we'll turn the long way on our mat. So we're in a forward fold. My apologies, I did this last time where I had my back to you, but we're all in the poses, so it doesn't matter. Head's heavy, straddle fold, little bend in the knees to feel that space you're creating in the lower back, tail lifting up towards the ceiling. You're welcome to move around here, bending one knee, then the other. We'll just stay for another full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to walk our hands back towards the front of our mat, framing the right foot. Here we are in that low lunge once again. And we're going to build a little fire, a little heat. If that's too much for you, you'll modify. We're going to take the arms back behind us like airplane wings, hovering off our front thigh or over the front thigh. You can always drop your knee. You can keep the hands on the earth, but do let the gaze come slightly forward to lift the sternum. Take another full breath in, and then hands to the mat. Let's step it back, high plank. This time, let's lower all the way to the mat through a low plank, but hover in your low plank, feel the triceps working, and then drop it down. All right, baby cobra, elbows point back, tops of the feet press down, heart emerges. You're here for 3. Breath is big, 2. You can literally feel yourself like a balloon. You breathe in, pressing, filling, and pressing away from the earth. And then exhale, tabletop to downward facing dog. Breath in and sigh it away. Really nice work. Take the feet together to touch. This time the left leg lifts and presses back behind you. So you're rotating the thigh in. So the thigh is parallel facing the mat. And then imagining my hand wrapped around your ankle and I'm walking back. There may be a little bend in that right knee. Take another breath in and then bend the knee, open up your hips. Same thing here, those ankle circles, hip circles. You've got enough space to do a few. Breath just opening us up. Nowhere to be. All right, the inhale will lengthen your left leg. We're moving to breath. I'm sure you've noticed by now. Exhale, excuse me, knee to nose, rounding your upper back, and then stepping the left foot through, low lunge. So a couple breaths here. Another full breath. And then we'll take it into that simple twist. Now the right hand is down or on right fingertips, left arm opens. At least gaze to the left, not a necessity to gaze up, but gazing forward in our twist lengthens the spine, and then gazing to the side begins the twist. And we've got to lengthen before we bring it out, before we take our twists. Chin coming slightly towards the chest. Take another full breath in. And then exhale, hands to the mat. We'll walk into our straddle leg split again. So now the hands come to the right and then between the legs, so you're the long way or the length of your mat, straddling. Toes pointing forward. Hands can walk through the legs. Head is heavy. You could also try a straddle leg down dog where you take the arms really wide in front of you. Press the earth away. All right, another full breath in. And then let's walk our hands towards our left foot back to the front of the mat. Here's that low lunge and this bit of fire with a high lunge arms. Well, it's sort of an in-between lunge. It's not a full Anjaneyasana, but the chest is lifted, arms are back behind us for a few breaths. Left foot pressing the earth away, belly engaging, shoulder blades coming together to kick the heart through. One more full breath in. And then hands to the mat. Let's take it high through low. You're welcome to take a baby cobra as we have. If you're ready for up dog, heart will come through. The heels still gravitating towards each other, making space. Once you're full, back bending, and up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And sigh it away. Nice work. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Let it go. All right, we're gonna make our way to the front of the mat. So you'll bend your knees a lot, pull your seat back, see where you're going. And then I'll meet you there, forward folding. Let's find ragdoll. So take the feet wide. Find opposite elbow with opposite hand. And drop the head. Ragdoll forward fold, lifting the tail. And since I can't be there providing adjustments, imagine that I had my hand, I came by and I put my hand right on your lower back, just a reminder to release. Maybe even the back of your head. So you remember that there's nothing to see, but just feel the sensation of breath, the earth underneath your feet. Take another full breath in and sigh it away. Any of these poses, child's pose, Uttanasana, forward fold, you can find whatever pose you need throughout your practice. Whatever helps you prioritize the breath. You'll let the bind go, so release your elbows, toe heel your feet together to touch. And then feel the thighs hugging towards each other as you come all the way to standing. You can see the thighs engage as you come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Here we are. And we're going to Om this morning. We'll do one Om together. It's AUM. Our feet are on the earth. Our hands are at our heart center. And it's the Om on an exhale. Full breath in. Just for a moment, standing right here. Okay, let's take the arms by our sides, gaze up, sweep the arms overhead, full breath in, and then dive forward or hands through heart center as you forward fold. Shake the head out. Inhale, hands to shins, press the feet down, feel that stretch in the lower legs, the calves, and then hands to the mat, step it back, move through your chaturanga. Remember the hands pressing the earth away, also gripping the mat towards us. Foundation, upward facing dog or your back bend, and then downward facing dog. Breath in, deep breath out. Okay, here we go. Bend the knees, move to breath, look forward. Exhale takes us front of the mat. Nice. Feet together to touch, flat back, forward fold, exhale. Rise to standing, sweep the arms wide and high, and then dive forward, lead with the heart. Beautiful. Hands to shins, Hands to the mat, your chaturanga. Wrap the elbows back. No rush through this. Beautiful. Upward facing, open the throat. And downward facing dog. Breath in. Yeah, side away. Bend the knees. Lift the heels. Look forward, front of the mat. Try your ujjayi in through the nose. Out through the nose. Folding. Sweep to standing. Big breath in. Hands touch. And then fold. Belly draws in. Hands to shins. Hands to the mat chaturanga. Really nice. Press the earth away. Press it forward, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. One more sun salutation, just as you have. Bend the knees. Look forward, front of the mat. Length. Fold. Sweep to stand. And let it go. Hands to shins, lengthen out the back of the neck. Hands to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Press the earth away. Open the heart. And let it go. Breath in. Breath out. All right, one more time. We're going to take it, well, at least for now, we're going to take it to the front of the mat. Bend the knees, look forward, hop or step. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Let's find Utkatasana, chair pose. So bend your knees. Lift the arms overhead, sink your seat back. And so many modifications here for Utkatasana, but if it's challenging, that's exactly what it's meant to do, meant to build fire, heat. Imagine the seat sinking back towards the back edge of your mat and your tailbone or your pelvis scooping forward towards the front of your mat. Keeping us right in the center. And then just like we've been practicing our hands, pressing down and gripping up, our feet are pressing the earth away. And then there's also that deeper foundation by feeling as though we could widen the mat, this little grip that would widen the mat from side to side. Doing really good. This is a long one. You've got 3. Keep breathing. 2. All right, one more big breath in. You're not going to fold. You're going to press to standing. Stand all the way up. Hands to heart center. Full breath in. And a full breath out. You're going to sweep the arms overhead. Inhale. Now you're going to forward fold. Exhale. You're going to take the feet wide. And it's a ragdoll forward fold. Stay with me. The hands are going to come behind you and then interlace knuckles towards the ceiling. Just 3 breaths here to open the chest, drop the head. We'll move again very soon, but for now, full inhale, full exhale. Press down through the feet, lift the hips, take another full breath as you lift the knuckles, but keep the head dropping. And hands to the earth, let it go. Step it back. On an exhale, find your high plank. Move through your chaturanga. Find your back bend, and then find downward facing dog. Full breath in, and side away. Take the feet together to touch. Right leg on an inhale lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, round the upper back. Flex your right foot, step it to your right thumb. Walk your right foot over enough to find warrior 1. Dial your back foot down. Don't rise up, arms overhead yet. Oh, sorry for those of you that are there. We're just really going to feel the back foot, the legs that stretch through the inner right groin, gazing forward. Now from warrior 1, feet and legs, we're going to find that hovering again, arms back behind us like airplane wings. If you want to skip it, that's totally your prerogative. You've got 3, 2, 1 more big breath in. Exhale takes the arms overhead, full warrior one. Whew. And then for a moment, straighten the front leg. That's gonna put a lot more weight in the back leg, in the back foot. Once you feel that, then come deeply back into the front thigh. All right, we'll settle in. Heart open, chest open, gazing forward. It's really easy to lock up the back knee, so just mindful of that. 2 more breaths here. All right, one more big breath in, and then we're gonna open it up, warrior two. So if you walk your front foot a little bit more to the left, you'll line up your front heel with your back inner arch, arms extended, gaze following towards the front of the room. On an inhale, you're gonna straighten the front leg, bring the arms together, gaze up, hands touch. On an exhale, you're gonna warrior two. There's no rush. We're gonna feel this inhale, gazing up. Exhale, warrior two. One more time, inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two, and we'll settle in. Front thigh, bending deeply, gaze steady. All right, next breath in, you'll flip the front palm, come up and back, reverse your warrior. And then on an exhale, you'll pivot on the back foot. It's like an Anjaneyasana. I'm just offering you a modification here, where you pivot on the back foot to then descend, hands to the mat. It feels a little better on the back, the hips high to low. Inhale, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing dog. If you can make it safely without any adverse effects from warrior two all the way down, windmilling, great. But that's an option to make that little shift to square the hips and take it down. Breath in, breath out. Walk the feet together to touch left leg to the sky. And then bend the knee to nose, take it forward. Step your left foot to your left hand. And we'll find that wide stance for warrior one. But remember, we're gonna start with hands on the earth, gazing forward. Then we're gonna take the arms back behind us, airplane wings. You could even interlace the hands behind you, draw the knuckles back. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, press the earth away to lift. Arms overhead, full warrior one. Straighten the front leg. If you like that, just to feel the back, deep thigh bend. Maybe gazing up here, or lifting. Imagine I came over and put my hand right between your shoulder blades and gently press up towards the ceiling. Another full breath in. And then warrior two is the exhale, that transition, widening the stance, resetting, or setting up this pose for the first time. And remember that space right between the eyebrows, soften it. It can feel like so limber in the body and really soft, and we have one spot that just holds tension, so actively let that go. And then let's straighten the front leg, inhale, arms together, hands touch, gazing up. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Once you're full, exhale. Inhale. We'll exhale to warrior two, we'll land. A few breaths here, nowhere to be. Let's flip the front palm. Keep the legs exactly where they are. Come up Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Big breath in. And then pivot on your back foot or descend as you would from warrior two to the earth. High to low, moving through, not missing a breath. And downward facing dog. Deep inhale. And sigh it away. So we're gonna thread together a warrior one to warrior two for a modified sun B. You go at your pace, the breath sets that. So here we go, let's bend the knees, fill. Look forward, hop or step in front of your mat. Find a flat back, widen the feet. Forward fold, head heavy. Sweep to Utkatasana, chair pose, it's one breath. And then Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands to shins, half back, half fold. Hands to the mat, Chaturanga, Dandasana. Back bending, down dogging. Right foot forward, warrior one, right into the pose, arms overhead. Open up, warrior two. Flip reverse on an inhale. And then hands to the mat, you'll flow through or you'll meet us in down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Left foot steps forward, warrior one. Root your feet, back foot, strong here. And then open warrior two. Flip reverse. And then to the mat. High to low. And downward facing dog. Breath in. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Lion's breath. Let it go. Exhale is perfect for that. One more like that. We'll lift the heels, bend the knees, front of the mat. Breath in. Breath out. Utkatasana, chair. Uttanasana, fold. Hands to shins. Chaturanga. Downward facing, right foot forward, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Flip reverse, show your heart to the sky, and then to the mat and flow. Breath in, breath out. Bottom of that exhale steps the left foot forward, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Nice. Inhale, flip reverse, and then to the mat. Smoothing out the breath, lengthening it. And downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Let's take a few breaths here in down dog. You're also welcome at this point to take child's pose. Or if you're in your dog, maybe you're walking it out. Just a few breaths to reset. We moved quite a bit. Shake the head out. Ears heavy, head heavy. Oh, we got another kitty in the mix. Breath in, breath out. Okay. Beautiful work. Let's glide out to high plank. And we're gonna set up for a side plank Vashisthasana. So feet come together to touch. And then I'm gonna drop my heels to the right side first. So my left arm reaches to the sky. Now we're gonna settle in here for a bit. So press through the heels. You might even feel yourself like shimmy the heels back so the toes come slightly forward because you're flexing the feet. If you're wobbling, awesome. You might even take your left hand and place it behind your head to encourage the back of the neck to lengthen, the chin to the chest. Just a couple more breaths. Keep doing exactly what you're doing for 3, for 2. One more full breath in. You're gonna come back to high plank and then bring your right knee to your nose and step it forward, low lunge. Okay, from low lunge, we're gonna sweep all the way up to Anjaneyasana crescent. Bring the hands together to touch overhead, wrap the arms in and draw them up. Follow that with your gaze, that sensation, that feeling of lifting towards the sky. We'll take another full breath in, and then we'll twist, open arm twist to the right, so that's towards your front thigh. Nice. And then we're gonna take it even further, or you'll stay right here, but your right hand can come to your right hip or your left thigh. And then left arm reaches. Before you go back, go up. There's so much space there. We'll be able to breathe more fully. We'll get this beautiful expansion through the chest. I often feel like the muscles of my respiratory muscles and accessory muscles opening, sort of responding. Take a full breath in, and then let's bring hands to heart center, coming back, gazing forward, and we're gonna twist across the right knee. So if thighs are just killing, you'll drop your back knee. You know when to modify, otherwise keep the back leg up. We're only here for 3. For 2. Same thing here, gazing towards the right side of the room, eventually maybe past your right elbow. One more full breath in, and then hands to the mat. Really nice work. Let's drop the back knee and find lizard lunge. So we'll walk the right foot out to the edge of our mat, open the right thigh. And certainly if you're feeling open or that this is accessible, you could always bend the back knee to lift your right left foot towards the sky, and then you'd open your right shoulder, reach the hand back behind you for your foot. If you do that, notice that balance between opening the front hip and also engaging your pelvic floor. It's like squeezing the thighs slightly towards each other to lift away from the earth. Big breath in. Big breath out. Nowhere to be. Another full breath is like an eternity, a really luxurious one. And then hands come back to the earth. Let's walk our foot, right foot back to the center, pop the back knee up. And we're gonna take the right leg up and back for 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up your hip, and we'll flip our dog. Or you could take Setu Bandha bridge pose. If you're flipping, then you walk your feet together so they're parallel, hips width, the knees width, and then the hips lift towards the sky. Head drops back. We're gonna stay for a few breaths to really feel the head release and the heart lift. Feel the big toes, that gentle pressing down. Another full inhale. And then exhale engages the belly to safely come back to downward facing dog. You are welcome to flow through, but prioritize the breath. In and out. Really nice work. All right, let's take the left leg high this time. And we'll need, oh no, I'm sorry. We'll come back to down dog. We're gonna high plank. How dare I forget Vashisthasana, that nice long hold on the other side. So heels to the left, right arm higher, whichever side you haven't taken. And it's like standing on 2 feet, but in some ways, we're trying to lengthen the legs, engage the thighs, stand nice and tall on our sides here, lengthen and stack the spine. So press through the heels, shimmy them back, toes pointing in. Maybe the right hand now comes to the back of your head, just a reminder to lengthen the neck, to drop the chin slightly towards the chest. All right, just one more breath in. And then let's come back to high plank. This time the left knee to nose, and we step it forward for our low lunge. Breath in. Anjaneyasana, that's crescent lunge, arms overhead, breath out. Take the arms overhead, and then full twist, full open arm twist to the left. And this could be enough, or you might take left hand to left hip, or find the back of your right thigh. The right arm reaches you up towards the ceiling. Take the gaze where you want the heart to go. Another full breath in. And then hands come back to center, Anjaneyasana, just for a moment, gazing forward right here. And then we'll find our twist coming over the front thigh. Right elbow inside of the left, outside of the left knee. To begin, we gaze to the left. There's definitely a scooping under of the tail and pelvic floor lifting. We're sort of losing the tail and the pelvic floor and pushing up and back. We're fighting against, we're almost in a back bend, and instead we want to lengthen the spine by drawing in and up through the belly. All right, another full breath in. And then hands to the mat. Let's drop the back knee and find that lizard lunge on the left side. So left thigh opens. And if you did go for the back foot before, just give it a couple breaths before you go there so you can feel the first part of this pose. Feel the left hip opening. And then maybe bend the back knee, left arm opens. All right, take another full breath in. And then hands come back to the mat. Walk the left foot to center, pop your back knee up. It's three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Here's our flip dog, bend your knee, flip it over. Get the feet in place, the thighs, then lift, back bending. By the way, the head just drops, nothing to hold the head up to see. Trusting your foundation. You might have to shift slightly the weight of this pose forward to get your supporting shoulder over your wrist. Just a slight movement. Take another full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flow through, or you'll meet us there. Big breath in. Big breath out. Really nice work. Fill it up. And let it go. We're going to take a little detour before we do more. So come down to your knees. Or I shouldn't say before we do more. We've done a lot, 45 minutes in. And then bring the legs in front of you and come down to your back. And then we're going to come into yoga bicycles from here. So you'll take your left elbow to your right knee for 1. And then opposite 2, 3, 4. Kick through the heels, like you're pressing through something with the feet, really flexing. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knees and give them a squeeze. And then take your hands behind your head. curl into a ball. So bring the elbows towards the knees. Yeah, that's it. Just bringing the knees towards the chest, the elbows towards the knees, lower back connected. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take this back into yoga bicycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure the shoulders come up off the earth. Really nice job. Whew, whew. I lost count. Boom, boom, boom. I think it's last. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, lift the shoulders, knees come in, elbows are reaching for the knees, curling up into a little ball. This is a much different looking child's pose, like an inverted child's pose. That's a lot harder. For 3, 2, 1, release. Nice work. Bring the knees in, give them a squeeze, rock side to side on your lower back. Full breath in and side away. Bring the knees in again, give them a squeeze. This time rock and roll the length of your mat. We're gonna come to standing in front of our mat to do some poses there. So get the momentum you need, cross the ankles, hands come forward, and we'll come to our feet and then all the way to standing. Nice. All right, standing tall in Tadasana, full breath in, side away. If you have a block, have it at the front of your mat. And we're gonna begin on our right foot. For we're going to do Dekasana into half moon, traditional opening into revolved half moon. So we'll have the block to the right side to begin, and we'll lift the left leg and bring it back behind us. Little subtlety here, but spin the back, big toe in and press it back behind you. Heart lifting. Keep this as you begin to get a little more parallel to the earth, to prepare for half moon. So find support for the right hand, a block, for your mat. For most of us, it's a block. And then press through the back heel, spin your thigh slightly down towards the earth, and keep the heart opening. Your left hand can come to your hip, opening the chest, or up towards the ceiling. You're here for 3. For 2, 1 more big breath in, and then let's square the left hip back down and pass the block to the left hand for revolved half moon. So take it slightly forward of your mat, press the left hand down to lengthen the chest, that big toe of the back foot spinning back, and right arm opening. Beautiful job. Take 1 more full breath in, and then hands to the earth. You're going to shoot the left leg back behind you for triangle legs. So the back toes are slightly in, heel out, and then walk your hands up your front thigh, and we'll prepare for triangle. So take the arms wide, take a moment of breath, whatever you need, and then reach the right arm forward, lengthening the chest. Once you hit that point of resistance, right hand comes down, left arm high. And I think triangle is such a challenging pose. If you feel that for yourself, no worries. Maybe you need a deeper bend through the front thigh or a hand on a block, really nice adjustments. Mickey, can you draw your left shoulder back? Yeah, beautiful. And maybe your hips under. Wow, this is the first time I've given a cue on Zoom. It's a whole new world. All right, 1 more breath in. Let that left arm take you back up to standing. Hands to hips, pivot the hips forward. Let's step to the front of the mat. Shimmy it out, Tadasana, full breath in. And let it go. Okay, this is it for our poses. On our feet, left side, we begin. So block on the left, it's there already. And we set up for Dekasana. So left leg takes the weight, right leg presses back behind us. Shoulder blades coming together. And maybe on this side, you find the hands interlacing behind you, knuckles reaching back. Take another full breath in. Begin to bring the chest parallel to the earth. You're finding your block for half moon. Heart opening, back foot flexing, right arm reaching is the last piece of this. All right, one more full breath in. And then let's square it down to pass the block over to the right hand, this revolving half moon. So leverage the right hand pressing the block away, back, big toes spinning in and pressing back, left arm opening. All right, full breath in. And then feet on the earth, and we'll step it back to find those on this side. So right foot steps back, left toes point forward, right heel slightly and toes out. Walk your hands up your front thigh. You could also come into triangle from the ground up. But we're gonna start, if you're with me, arm bending, hips pulling back, left arm reaching. We hit that point where the left side stays nice and long, left hand comes down, right arm lifts. And you can always try hovering the left hand to really get into your core, but if that pulls on the lower back, then we need to modify. This is our last pose on our feet. Breath remains the same, though the breath, it definitely changes shape and pace and tone based on what we're doing. But that inhale and exhale remains our focus. Another full breath in. Instead of coming to standing, we're going to bring the hands down to frame our left foot. Our last chaturanga, high to low. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Big breath in. And sigh it away. Really nice work. Breath in. And let it go. Let's come down to our knees. And bring the knees together. And for a moment, just sit back on your heels. We're going to do a camel pose as our back bend before we hit our back. So if you want a block between your thighs, take that. But camel pose just simply is standing on our knees, thighs spinning in and pressing back behind us, hands to our hips, elbows coming back to ignite that back bend. And it's enough to gaze up and stay right here. Otherwise, there is an action of the hips coming forward and then the belly coming in against that. So forward and then in, creating that lock. And then head back. Some of you probably go back and catch your feet. Yep. Really nice. Open the throat, send the breath right there. Full inhale. And then exhale, sit back on your heels, hero's pose. Breath in. Deep. All right, let's take our hands to the mat. So we can, well, I guess we don't need to do that. We can just take our feet forward. We don't probably need the support. And we'll take our feet to the earth, knees to the sky. Our last back bend of the morning, it's going to be a long count. So you can come up, in, you can make it a combination of bridge and wheel. But we'll start with hips. Actually, before you take the hips to the sky, bring your shoulders underneath, shoulder blades closer together. You can do that without even lifting the back off the mat. You can shimmy them towards each other. Then press the feet down, lift the hips, and you have more space to bring the shoulder blades even closer together, hands underneath you. Full Setu Bandha lifts the hips. Hugs the thighs slightly towards each other. Press through the back of the head. And you'll have more breaths here. So if you want to take this into wheel, go for it. This last little push of fire before we wind down. Yeah, really nice. If you're in wheel, squeeze the thighs towards each other and feel like you could press your heels. Yeah, really nice, right through the mat. Take another full breath in, lift, and then come all the way down. Beautiful work. Let the knees knock together, nowhere to be, just let the back release. And when you're ready, you could take the knees wide, soles of the feet together to touch, Supta Baddha Konasana. Or I see some of you taking happy baby, all good. All right, take another full breath in. And then bring the knees and give them a squeeze. Find a block, or you'll take shoulder stand. So waterfall, a lot of variation. So you can take a block under your seat. You can simply have your legs to the sky. Whatever gets the legs up and your back on the mat. This helps relieve cramps in the legs and the feet. It's just sending some things in the reverse direction. And I forgot the Sanskrit, so I had to look it up. But Viparita means inverted, naturally, or reversed. And Karani means doing or making. So considered to be a beautiful and restorative pose. Increasing, slowing, produces slow rhythmic breathing, facilitates venous, I guess that's right, veins, drainage, and increases circulation. So if you can allow the mind to sit here for like 10 minutes, not now, but sometime, and you can fight the mind's pull of thinking you should be doing something more active. You always do this at any time throughout the day, before bed. And we'll take one more breath in. And then we'll release our inversion. So take the block away, whatever else may be in your path. You'll take the legs nice and long. And the last thing we're going to do is take a full body stretch before we Shavasana. So legs are long, arms are reaching above. Get as long as you can, not only pointing the feet, so stretching the tops of the feet, maybe making a fist with the hands, and then opening them, and then also flexing the feet, pressing through the heels, chest lifting on a breath in, and then exhale, soften, let the feet flop off to the side, legs heavy, arms by your sides as well. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We'll come back to where we began, as all good practices do. Find that as you rest in Shavasana, find that space right between the brows. Let it be heavy, like it could just sink back your head to the mat. And let that sensation take over the forehead, the head, the neck, the shoulders. entire body. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Shavasana. Okay, allow yourself a full breath in and a full breath out. Rock the head side to side. In fact, if you rock it over to one side, maybe you take a big breath in to send some breath to the side of the neck and then over to the opposite side. Eventually take your knees and give them a squeeze. Roll onto your right side. Pausing here for a moment. And then eventually you can make your way to seated when you're ready. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll finish our practice with an Om as well. We'll Om at home. Take hands to heart center, and that's the exhale, full breath in. To forehead center, to lift our gaze, to lift our hearts in gratitude, and we bow. Namaste. Wow, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's such a weird experience teaching on Zoom, but slowly adapting, and I wish I could be there with you or somewhere. Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, I'm totally Shannon. Hi.
Hi,
great to see all of you guys. I know. Karina and I are planning an outdoor socially distanced class, so I'll send you guys the information. We want to be respectful of everything, so we're just trying to see how that would work. But if I know you, I will send you an email. If I don't know you, my email is Joanna Converse, like the sneaker, @gmail. So
I'll send you a Gmail so you have my email for whenever that class happens.
Okay, perfect. Great. Hi, Jenny. So good to see you guys.
Thank you. Great
You're
class.
so welcome.
Beautiful kid. beautiful
you.
kitten.
She's
Yeah.
such a love bug. Look at this. Like, can
Oh
you
my
even? I know.
Oh.
And Jenny, you had a cat walking around. How old is she? He?
Yeah, this is Max.
Oh, hi,
Everybody
Max.
has a kitten. Oh, show and tell your kittens. All right, thanks again.
All
Have
right.
a great weekend.
Thank
All
you,
right, bye-bye.
everybody. Good to see you. Bye.
Joanna,
Yes.
yeah, so is your email, there's no period or space
Nope.
or anything, it's just joannaconverse@gmail.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
good
You did
to
a great
meet you,
job.
Mary. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.